My name is Zari Williams, and I chose to do my presentation on renewable and non-renewable resources. First, I would like to give like an introduction, and Earth is made up of like many different natural resources, and those resources can be broken up into non-renewable and renewable resources. Humans have both made use of both renewable and non-renewable resources, and here are an example of some renewable energies and non-renewable energy resources. And the main focus of this presentation is to observing how some of Earth's natural resources are made and used. It can be determined how Earth and humans will be affected. Renewable resources are natural resources that can be replenished in a short period of time. An example of this is like water, solar, geothermal, and biomass. So the solar energy is energy from the sun. A solar power is energy from the sun that is converted into thermal or electrical energy. Solar energy is the cleanest and most abundant renewable and energy source available, and the U.S. has some of the richest solar resources in the world. And this is an example of how a solar panel looks. It's just like a square, and then the sun hits it and it generates energy. Geothermal is energy from Earth's heat. Heat from the Earth can be used as energy in many ways, from large and complex power stations to small and relatively simple pumping systems. Many regions of the world are already trapping geothermal energy as an affordable and sustainable solution to reducing dependence of fossil fuels. Wind is also a renewable energy. That energy is generated from the wind. Wind flow patterns are modified by the Earth's terrain, bodies of water, and vegetative cover. This wind flow or motion energy, when harvested by modern wind turbines, can be used to generate electricity. So, an example of where wind turbines could be is like where it's like really windy and the energy can be generated through that. Biomass is energy from burning organic or living matter. Biomass can regrow over a relatively short period of time compared with hundreds of millions of years that it took for fossils to form. When carbohydrates produced by plants are burned, they turn back into carbon dioxide and water and release the energy they capture from the sun. Next is non-renewable resources, and that's natural resources that can't be remade or replenished in a good, like, timely fashion. It takes too long to replace the energy that is used. Some examples include oil, coal, and petroleum, natural gas, and uranium. Uranium is used in nuclear fission to create energy. Nuclear energy is the energy that is trapped inside each atom. Coal, petroleum, and natural gas, they are all fossil fuels, and fossil fuels come from older organisms at the beginning of life. How coal is made: before the dinosaurs, many giant plants died in swamps. Over millions of years, the plants were buried under water and dirt. Heat and pressure over time turned the dead plants into coal. So this is why it's like really hard to get energy from like coal, because it's like it takes a long time for it to get made again. So that means like animals would have to keep dying fast enough and keep going through this process quick enough for it to replenish. How oil and gas is made. That's made tiny sea plants and animals die and were buried on the ocean floor. Over time, they were covered by layers of silt and sand. Over millions of years, the remains were buried deeper and deeper. The enormous heat and pressure turned them into oil and gas. Today we drill down through layers of sand, silt, and rock to reach the rock formations that contain oil and gas deposits. The difference between coal and oil and gas. Coal, when pulled out of the ground, is solid. Coal does not have a lot of energy. Oil or gas is liquid, or oil, gas is easier to transport. So basically coal and oil and gas, they were kind of made the same, but these are the differences between them. How natural resources are used. Most of the resources that humans use are the resources that are non-renewable. It took Earth about 5 million years to create the fossil fuels that the world uses in 1 year. Since 1860, geologists discovered over 2 trillion barrels of oil, and since then the world has used like over half of that. The first great American oil field was Spindletop, and that was discovered in 1900. America produced more oil than any other country during that period. It takes 40 years after discovery for a country to reach a peak, then it starts to decline, and M. King Hubbard predicted this in the 1950s, and he found out that it was correct. Energy density means some fuel contain more energy than others. Oil is the most critical resource. The world consumes about 30 billion barrels a year for electricity, transportation, and other stuff. Oil generates 1.6% of the world's electricity and powers 90% of all transportation. Coal generates almost half of the world's electricity. So that's like a lot of those resources that are non-renewable getting used up, and it's not getting replaced quick enough. So we just keep using it, and at some point it'll probably be gone. And these are my sources right here, and I also use some of my notes from biology class. But in conclusion, if we don't find some other ways to like get our power or other energy to like transport from different places, then we'll use too much of our resources that are non-renewable and can't be replaced, and it'll just be a disaster.